I'm Duane Roelfs of Servants United Parish. I will be leading daily devotions with you. The basis for these daily devotions is from Christ in Her Home, a daily devotional series. The Bible readings are from the Revised Standard Version. For Friday, January 20th, our scripture is from the 27th Psalm, verse 1 and 4 through 9. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? When evildoers assail me to devour my flesh, my adversaries and foes, they shall stumble and fall. Though an army encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Though war rise up against me, yet I will be confident. One thing I asked of the Lord, that will I seek after, to live in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For he will hide me in his shelter in the day of trouble. He will conceal me under the cover of his tent. He will set me high on a rock. Now my head is lifted up above my enemies all around me, and I will offer in his tent sacrifices with shouts of joy. And I will sing and make melody to the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry aloud. Be gracious to me and answer me. Come, my heart says, seek his face. Your face, Lord, do I seek. Do not hide your face from me. Do not turn your servant away in anger. You who have been my help, do not cast me off. Do not forsake me, O God of my salvation. Sacrifices of great joy. I will offer in his tent sacrifices with shouts of joy. Verse 9. The counterintuitive open secret that generous people know is that sacrifice is accompanied by great joy. Giving until it hurts usually hurts so good. The reward is greater and lasts longer than any pinch of pain. Have you ever stretched your budget or time or energy beyond what you thought you could afford? Why did you do that? There's a good chance it had to do with love, which is the steep and scenic pathway to great joy. The psalmist offers sacrifices in God's tent. Why is God in a tent instead of a temple? This offended King David, but God did not want a fancy house. God is happier making sacrifices for us, camping in the wilderness to be with God's refugee people. Later, as the Greek in John's Gospel puts it, God became flesh and tended among us. Jesus is God's new way of being with us. God's extravagant sacrifice to achieve reconciliation with humanity, which brings God great joy. When we respond to God's generosity with our own, we experience joy too. Our prayer. Generous God, open my heart and hands in generosity until I taste great joy. Amen. Please join me in the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.